Welcome to New Hampshire's Wild Side. I'm Mark Beauchesne.
And I'm Christina Luby. We'll take you behind the scenes of the New Hampshire Fish and Game Department to learn more about the people and projects of your wildlife agency.
We'll share with you tips and tactics to help you make the most of your time while in New Hampshire's woods and waters.
And along the way, you'll meet real people who love life outdoors.
Now, let's discover more about New Hampshire's Wild Side.
Get off the road. As I say, we'll go up the road a little ways. Poison ivy.
For Sean Williamson and his boys, Samuel and Stephen, September 1st kicks off squirrel season and the start of their fall adventures.
Yeah, there's different ways of hunting squirrels. It's a great precursor for kids to teach them about deer hunting. You can do the find a place and a nice stand and you sit there and wait where you know there's squirrels and you just sit there and you wait for them to patiently come out, so it teaches them the patience to sit and wait. Or you can stalk them. You know, you go from one tree to the next until you see them, you spot and stalk, and then you put on a sneak hunt, a still hunt towards them. So it's a great precursor to deer hunting. All right, let's head on, just keep heading up. If you jump a squirrel, you know, you have to have a good pair of binoculars, because a lot of times they'll just go up the tree and they'll lay flat across a branch, and you just look for the tail hanging over the side or something to give you an idea where he is. And you can either try to work your way in to take a shot. That's where the shotgun comes in handy. With the .22 like Samuel's using, you have to be a little bit more careful. It's just like any hunting. You have to know what your target is and what's beyond.
Trail cams add a level of technology that not only captures wildlife.
Is that a squirrel? Yeah, there we go. This is it. Here.
Wait, how long ago was that?
27th.
They also fuel the hopes and dreams for hunters of all ages.
That's not a bad one. Thank you.
It'll be fun.
And this hillside's covered with white oaks. And anything in here that eats acorns, if they can find a white oak tree, they'll go find the white oaks. And the white oaks all on this hillside are all in acorns this year. We hunt them out first. They do make squirrel calls. I've never really tried it. And you'll hear them scolding whenever you come in. Those are the ones that you like to find, because then they let you know. It's almost like we're hunting turkeys then, because turkey gobbling and you know right where they are. So a squirrel starts scolding you, you have a pretty good idea that you're going to be able to see them.
Like other game animals, squirrels can be elusive, but quality time with friends and family is easy to come by when hunting New Hampshire's woods.
Late summer is the perfect time to visit Great Bay Discovery Center. You might even get to touch a horseshoe crab.
Or you may find a horseshoe crab molt while you discover Great Bay.
We'll just glass this lower section down here. And we'll wait and see if they pitch into there. If they don't, then I know they're pitching into that other field.
Scouting fall turkeys narrows their locations.
Hear that? So they're right down on the back side of that wood line there. So we're gonna wait for them to hit the ground, because I know they'll work their way this way. So we're gonna give them a little while and see what they end up doing. This is the hardest part, is trying to get in front of them so we can make a good buzz.
Calls help close the distance.
I can see him down over the bank now.
But yeah, nice little bird. Be a great meal for us this weekend. So we're excited. It took about 15 or 20 minutes, but they worked their way down over the hill. And I counted about 15 or 20. I didn't quite catch them all, but I probably would have shot a bigger bird. Except for that bird was right in my lap, and I knew it was going to bust us as soon as it came over. So, but that's fine.
Each year, New Hampshire Fish and Game's Hunter Education Program, with the help of over 450 volunteer instructors, trains over 3,000 students in hunter and trapper education. Learn more about hunting in New Hampshire at huntnh.com.
My name's Clifton Matthew. I'm a New Hampshire-based nature and wildlife photographer. I've been doing this for about the past 10 years. One of the reasons I got into nature photography was to create an awareness to people about the outside world and how important it is. One of the reasons why I enjoy nature photography so much is that being able to get outside and experience these, these wild places, and the moment that you see an animal in its natural environment, it's an amazing feeling. And then to be able to capture that image with the camera, it just takes it to that next level. And then you're able to convey those images that you've taken to a viewer, and they're going to get that same feeling, hopefully, that you got when you took those images. In photographing wildlife, there's kind of a complex aspect to it. The animals are going to be moving, running around. They're in their natural environment and they're trying to survive. And me trying to photograph them, I could potentially be a threat to that animal. So the approach is very important. In a kayak, I find it easier to approach an animal and be less disturbing to it. As if you're walking in the woods, it's going to see you as a threat almost immediately. Whereas in a kayak, that animal's not always going to know what you are. Sometimes it may even be curious. If the wind is blowing in the right direction, it doesn't smell you. It's basically just seeing from your waist up. So it presents itself as a great way to approach these animals. You don't need the newest camera to go out and take great images. You could get a camera that's 10, 15, even 20 years old, a film camera perhaps. But it's more all about capturing those images. A guy once told me the other day, he saw my camera and he looked at me and he said, "That camera takes great pictures." And I looked at him and I said, You know, the camera doesn't take great pictures. You know, you're the one who takes the great pictures. It's not like a carpenter comes up to you and says, "Oh, that skill saw, you know, built a beautiful house."
We hope you enjoyed this episode of New Hampshire's Wild Side. Remember to check back to see new content on nhwildside.com. Until next time, I'm Mark Beauchesne.
And I'm Christina Lupi. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. To learn more about life outdoors and New Hampshire Fish and Game, check out these videos. And remember to subscribe.